thank you everyone for joining us for the first edition of this brand new week of your daily sports tonic on radio, talking about total sports on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. We are the first and only business radio station in Nigeria. Of course, you know, this is your station of choice. Welcome again as we crisscross the length and breadth of the exciting, intriguing, pulsating world of sport. Don't forget, on a Monday like this, we do a comprehensive review of all the sporting actions over the weekend, from basketball to the Nigerian Professional Football League, the NPFL, not forgetting the games are played in the English Premier League, the Spanish La Liga Santander, the German Bundesliga, where that team, Bayern Munchen, have just prioritized and made the German Bundesliga their property. They've won it for the 10th consecutive time in the German Bundesliga. Okay, games are to expect today also in the Nigerian Professional Football League. Don't forget, it's all about the playoffs in the National Basketball Association, the NBA. Even in the world of boxing, that man Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King, confirmed his supremacy over Dylan White, as retained his WBC belt by defeating Dylan White in a knockout in the 6th round. And not a good start for Mercedes in the world of Formula 1 at the Imola Grand Prix. This and many more we shall be discussing this afternoon on Total Sport on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. Not forgetting the title race in the Spanish La Liga Santander, and of course the Italian Serie A. Not a good one for Napoli. We've known them as the perennial butlers, and they confirmed that yesterday against Empoli, crashing by 2-3. For a good one for the Milan-based side, talking about AC Milan and Inter Milan, who won their respective games. Will Everton go down to relegation for the first time in a long while? We shall discuss that also this afternoon on Total Sport on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. My name is Isaiah Akinremi. You are welcome on board. When the time is right, we shall open the phone lines for you to join the conversation. 09161047698, 09161047698, or 08110526487, 08110526487. You can also reach us via 0902-280-9257, 0902-280-9257. You can send your WhatsApp or text messages to 07060932899, 07060932899. You can also check us live on Facebook by going to www.facebook.com/IBR925FM Ibadan, www.facebook.com/IBR925FM Ibadan. It's Total Sport on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM, where women business guys are with me to dissect the different juicy sports stories that I have in front of me. Of course, Kenny Bamdele and Samson Omotosh hopefully will join me in the live studio of Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM to do justice to the world of sport. The phone line buzzing. Well, let's keep it on the wraps. When the time is right, we shall open the phone lines for you to join the conversation. Okay, Kenny is here. Kenny, good afternoon to you. Welcome to the world of sport, Total Sports on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. How was your sporting weekend?
Yeah, it was, very nice. It's good to be back again on Total Sport this wonderful Monday afternoon. And what a weekend it was. I think I want to start from F1, where Charles Leclerc, actually, made an error, and that cost him the, Emiliano-Romagna Grand Prix over there in Italy, in Mola, and so I think it's quite unfortunate. Despite how he did so well in the practice session, even the final practice session, he led he led other drivers, and for Max Verstappen, he stole the opportunity, and of course he got that one, and that was a very good one for Max Verstappen. Somehow I think that's his second Grand Prix for this year that is won, and he wants to pick it up from where he stopped last season, where he won the NBA championship. And from basketball, I got to say Warriors lost to Denver.
You said the NBA championship. Formula 1 championship.
So for Golden State Warriors, they lost to Denver Nuggets this morning.
3-1 in that series right now.
3-1, and I saw how explosive Denver Nuggets were in the first half. Highland made a couple of big shot for Denver in the first half, and also Nikola Jokic definitely stepped up big time. Even as Steph Curry could only drop 33 points, that was not enough as they actually lost to Denver. We also saw the Bulls being beaten by Milwaukee Bucks, and it was Giannis who led the team as usual when it comes to stats, and he helped them win that particular one. It's good to be back again from football. City won 5-1,
5 goals,
and Liverpool followed it up 2-0
in controversial circumstances.
Big one, and Liverpool won 2-0. So it means
was that a penalty to Everton?
Yeah, that was a penalty for me.
I
think it was a penalty. See, let me tell you something about this game, and at times decisions go your way, at times it won't go your way.
I expect that from you.
So that's it. That's how it has been. That's what I've always said. Like you don't have to slam the referee. In fact, the next match, you don't know if
and
Liverpool,
that decision have caused them. They are now in the relegation zone.
See, now. The VR decision cost Man City the Champions League final place when they faced Tottenham in the semi-finals. That was 2019. So some decisions are there that it can actually cost you, and you just have to move on.
So once it favors Liverpool, we'll come to this.
No, it's not about favoring Liverpool. As a matter of fact, big up to Everton. They put up highly spirited display in the first half. Liverpool, that moment of brilliance worked for them. Divock Origi, 6 goals against Everton. He loves scoring against this team.
He loves,
and the Roma team with a Messi-esque kind of header. I think first of all, Everton tried, but they were too rough at some point. But that for pushing on Anthony Gordon, I think that was a penalty for sure. The viewer should have reviewed that and give. Now, you expect me to say that wasn't a penalty, right? No, that's
that was the voice of KB Kenny Bamidele this afternoon on Total Sport on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. And surprisingly, the Sport Maestro is in the live studio of Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM on a Monday afternoon like this. But Kenny, can't you sense something? The Sport Maestro has been popping up when we least expect.
Yeah.
Is it down to the Arsenal resurgence?
Yeah.
Those double wins against Chelsea and United.
One of the reasons why I try to show love to Arsenal fans is because I understand their situation and how they are accustomed to dropping, or how they are accustomed to letting fans down and all of that. So I think that's Maestro, right? He wants to show up every time.
Right.
They won against Manchester United. He showed up today. They won against Chelsea. He showed up unexpectedly.
So what is that?
Now if you ask him, I'm sure he's going to lie.
All right, here is the accusation. I hope you won't lie. Good afternoon.
All right, good afternoon to all our listeners out there. Good afternoon to all the guys in the studio. Well, I heard Kenny talking. Well, you are talking tough probably because you are there. You are contesting with Manchester City, but don't worry, Manchester City are going to win the league. So
yeah, no problem.
They're going to win the league.
No problem.
Till the very end. Well, on that note, I say good afternoon. And of course, looking at some of the things that happened over the weekend, we saw how Arsenal humiliated Manchester United.
I know you start from there.
That wasn't.
That's your high point, right?
Yeah, definitely. In a week, Arsenal defeated Chelsea and Manchester United. I mean, that's huge. It's a huge one.
Back-to-back games.
Exactly. That shows that they could really be. Of course, they're sitting fourth right now. Even Chelsea, if they're not careful, they're going to slip off that position.
But to question their consistency level, that has been one big issue that Arsenal needs to clarify. And a whole lot of people expect them to be in Champions League places because no European distractions. So,
yeah, exactly.
No, you are not in the Champions League, the Europa League, no, the Europa Conference League, and you can't qualify. In top 4. Definitely something must be wrong with that team.
Yeah, of course. A lot of issues with Mikel Arteta, and I hope that is settling it gradually. At the moment, no distractions from anywhere. You have lost all the domestic, context. In the contest in terms of FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, you're not there. So
and the league title,
just in the league, so you just have to meet up with the top 4. So he doesn't have an excuse. At the moment, they are in rich vein of form. Let's see what they can do. Consistency is key, just like you said. If they can continue, they've won 2 big clubs. Let's see if they can continue with that. The next game they are going to play, and they are still going to play against Tottenham Hotspur. So
I think that will be the decider also.
The decider also to see how they are going to do that. And Manchester United, finally, it's looking like they are not going to qualify for the Champions League.
The season don't start for them.
I mean, so a lot, and of course, in the world of pugilism, we saw how Tyson Fury humiliated that man Dillian White in the 6th round.
The 6th round.
That was when he knocked him off.
A one-punch
stoppage.
Definitely. I saw that coming. I told you, I said it's no match.
We spoke before
Tyson.
coming on set. Possibly we should start from there. Your take about Tyson, that imperious performance against Dillian White, returning his WBC belt. It was a 6th round knockout, and I think this is one man that we should celebrate more. Definitely. And it's one man that is gone in for the top. Although he vowed to retire, but we can't just take his word serious. We've seen him coming out with a statement about retirement, and he's coming back. And even Dillian White said, hopefully Fury won't retire because you still want at least one shot against him.
Dillian White makes me laugh. It's just like Deontay Wilder, who wanted a return. The 4th tries now, and of course out of that tries we've seen just one controversy, the first bout, which was a draw at the end of the day, but then everyone gave it to Tyson Fury, and Tyson did it on a double on him to show that, well, I still have that edge over you anytime, any day. That's and right. That he has done against Dillian. Dillian should just be careful. Should go and try to fight some other guys, not Tyson. Tyson would beat him every time he meets him. And even when they're about during the press conference, we saw how he was just playing around. I saw Tyson playing around, just trying to tiptoe up and then look at him like he wants to see the center of his head and all of that. So it shows that this man, he has dominated the heavyweights, and looking at those who could actually take him on at the moment, Joshua is no match for me. I feel Joshua is no match for him. I've often said it. He could prove me wrong anyways, but then it's no match for him. From what I've seen, this guy is very technical, tactical. He has everything. And it seems like punches are no longer, getting in his body. By the time you punch him on his rib, he's got flesh around his rib.
That's right.
And then you look at those punches, it seems like, come, give me some.
Like he's just absorbing those punches.
Exactly. So it's looking like, and Joshua, look at his bout against
Usyk, the Ukrainian.
Against Usyk. I mean, it was just like, I was so disappointed in Joshua. He wasn't fighting like a heavyweight. He was fighting like a premature, like an amateur boxer. I mean, he was just stepping back. The punches wearing heavy. I didn't really see anything about it. No tactics, no nothing. And you want to fight someone like Tyson, you have to be on the top of your game. You have to be extraordinary before you can beat. So, as far as I'm concerned right now, Tyson is the best in the world.
Tyson for you.
There's nobody. Undisputed. He has been undisputed all through his career. I wouldn't know, maybe perhaps when he started getting
he's unbeaten in 33 bouts, before that bout against Dillian.
Yes, of course. I've always known that Dillian is no match. I've always known that Dillian cannot even get close to
so
the
round of 7. Surprised.
I mean,
no one was surprised.
No, I wasn't surprised.
It was expected.
It wasn't a heavyweight as far as I'm concerned. That's not a heavyweight bout.
Okay, all right. Good one for Tyson Fury retaining his WBC belt, and of course we looked forward to that bout between. It is the rematch between Anthony Oluwafemi Olashini Joshua and of course against the Ukrainian, talking about Alexander Usyk. But Kenny, what type of season is Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton having right now? It's something different. It's something bizarre. It's weird, with the start that Mercedes and of course Lewis Hamilton have had, from the start of this season in the world of F1. And it's like we are having this rivalry between Red Bull and Ferrari as against Ferrari and Mercedes, or Red Bull and Mercedes. It's been Max, and Charles Leclerc. But at the end of the day, Red Bulls and Max Verstappen dominated a wet, dry Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix to revive his title hopes as rival Charles Leclerc threw away third place with a costly error, where the Ferrari driver was pushing to try to pass Verstappen's teammate Sergio Perez after a late pit stop when he lost control, at the Imola, race. Leclerc had to pit for a new front wing and fresh tires and dropped to 9th and could recover only to 6th. It is a big win for Red Bull's Max Verstappen because guess what, Kenny? Verstappen have been able to slash his deficit to Leclerc from 45 points to 27. Moving the flamboyant Dutchman, who is the defending champion, up from 5th in the championship to 2nd. His race time and of course his title time and his fight time between that man Max Verstappen and of course Charles Leclerc. Big win for Red Bull, even at the home of Ferrari, because Ferrari is an Italian-based constructor team, and right now that is a huge win, and it's also costly for Leclerc, who could have increased the margin between him and the chasing park.
Yeah, it was actually very tense at first when you take a look at, the practice session, how these guys really the approach they took into it. And I felt, okay, Leclerc showed that, okay, he wanted this more, and that was why he finished in pole position. Now, heading to the main race, I was thinking, just go there and see things up and don't, allow the pressure, the intensity to get into you. And he couldn't actually manage that, and it kind of affected him. And I must say big ups to Max Verstappen. I was checking the driver's standings over the weekend. I saw how the distance between him and Charles Leclerc, I feel it's just points. Too much now. Good to know he has scored that shot, and definitely that would make him so fired up for the next Grand Prix. But what is happening to Lewis Hamilton?
I don't know what is happening to Lewis Hamilton. And even Toto Wolff has come out to state that Lewis don't deserve this type of race, this type of season he is having. I think they're having issues, with their car, and of course their tactics, because it's affecting Lewis Hamilton. I can't still wrap my head around this type of season Lewis is having right now. It's been a bad start for him, and he was unable to pass and finished in 13th place. But what a start for the likes of Ferrari and of course Red Bull, because Red Bull made it 1-2 because Sergio Perez came second in that one.
Yeah, that's very good for Red Bull, and it's even good for the constructors now that it's just first and second was for Red Bull. So for the constructor standings, that will kind of help them. So but looking at everything, I remember at the start of the season after the fourth Grand Prix when Hamilton did not rise to the occasion, and I said it that it seems this is not Hamilton's season. But I remember someone disagreed with me that time. It's not looking like this is Hamilton's season. It's going to be so difficult for him to come back.
A terrible season for him.
Terrible. And the truth is, nobody's really talking about the problem. Nobody's asking Hamilton what's the problem. Hamilton's also
we're asking right now.
Hamilton's also saying nothing.
Used to Hamilton making the news.
Definitely,
for the right reasons.
Hamilton is also saying nothing about all of that. So I feel it's not too cool. And I know a lot of sport personality that love Hamilton a lot. They're also not saying anything. So I think it's not that season for Hamilton. I must say I want Verstappen to go on and reclaim the title.
Defend his title.
Sure. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Max Verstappen. From last season.
Of course.
I'm a big fan of his style, of his doggedness. The fact that he fights for everything. It's not always ready to give up, and that's the type of spirit you find in a driver that's got the potentials. And I think is beyond the potential level right now. After winning the championship, I don't think it should be tagged the driver with potentials. Now he already has the potentials. Now he's making use of that, and he's also trying to put his name on the world map when it comes to Formula One. So I think he's the next in line after Lewis Hamilton.
Okay, well, let's see if he's the next in line after Lewis Hamilton. Don't forget, Lewis Hamilton is stuck on 7th, F1 title, or 7th, title for him, locked with the German legend. Talking about Michael Schumacher. And he's looking to win the 8th title and have the right to be named all as the best when it comes to the all-time titles that have been claimed in the world of F1. But it's not looking good for him after losing to Max last season. This season not looking as it's going to end gain that 8th title. And even his boss, the Mercedes boss, Toto Wolff, had to apologize to Hamilton. That tells you the type of season they are having, saying he was sorry for the type of race Hamilton has had from the start of the season. And after that, Emilia Romagna Grand Prix, saying it was undrivable, and it's been a terrible race for Hamilton and co so far in the world of F1. But okay, I want to quickly ask something.
If I must say, for concerning the this Formula One and all of that, the Hamilton is just being quiet. I feel they're having issues with their construction. They're having issue with their car. That has been the issue, and of course that's why Toto Wolff has come out to apologize.
Of course,
on the behalf of
if there are no
Mercedes.
issues, he wouldn't apologize.
Of course, he wouldn't. It's really telling on him having 28 points and then seeing Leclerc having 86. That's way behind. This is one of the worst position that we've ever found Lewis Hamilton. He's never on 7th position. You won't see him there. And of course, the only time you can find him there is when it's just practice session. You can find him there, and of course, he grows into the game. He grows into the race, and you begin to see him come up like that. And then the least you can find Luis is on third, fourth position. But now he's on seventh, and that shows that even the man behind the wheel cannot control the wheel now, because the wheel is having issues.
He's having issues.
So that the problem is not really Luis. The problem is the construction company.
All right, the problem is the construction company. Hopefully, they can sort this out because, Hamilton is not behind the wheel doing well right now for Mercedes. But Kenny, we need to quickly move to football and start from the Nigerian Professional Football. But can you do this in the space of 2 minutes from the 4 games we saw in the National Basketball Association, where Bucks defeated the Chicago Bulls 119 points to 95. Is now 3-1 in that series. Good one for the Bulls getting that one. We thought it's going to be wrapped up in the 4th game. Golden State Warriors lost to Denver Nuggets 121 points to 126. Well, Golden State Warriors are still lead that one 3-1 in that series. Miami Heat, what a season they are having right now against Atlanta Hawks, 110 points to 86. Well, the Miami Heat team still lead that one 3-1, and it's tied 2-all in the series between the Phoenix Suns and New Orleans Pelicans. We spoke about the absence of Devin Booker, how huge that absence will mean for the beaten finalist last season in the National Basketball Association. The 4 games we saw in the early hours of this morning, and of course, I had to tag you over the weekend about the Nets team.
I saw it. I couldn't deny seeing that.
Of course,
I saw that. It's not over.
It's not over, right?
Yeah,
it's not over.
Sure.
It's not over.
It's not over.
As the same teams, who are 3-0 and they've got their first win.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, wrap up of the 4 games.
Yeah, now taking a look at the Warriors game first, I think good one that Nuggets avoided the clean sweep. That's on because it's going to be a huge slap, even on Nikola Jokic's face. Now, what will you gain having a superb regular season and then you turn so poor
in the playoffs?
As much as you get the point, you are just not taking the team along. That would have been so terrible,
so disastrous.
Now, from the start of the game, Nuggets knew what they actually wanted. They started pushing from the start of the game, and it's all about Highland, the rookie, doing big things for them. And I feel, Golden State Warriors have to be on top of their game in the night, because somehow momentum is shifting from their own side to the Nuggets side. So they should avoid taking this to 3-2. Now, if it's going to 3-2, the Warriors are in trouble. I remember Denver Nuggets had this dominance over Warriors during the regular season. I remember they lost a couple of games against the Nuggets. This time, if they allow the series to go 3-2, Steph Curry, Kuminga, Draymond Green, I think they all have to be punished for allowing Denver Nuggets go, because it's going to be so difficult for the 6th game of the series.
That's right.
So I think it's good for Denver Nuggets, and it's also good that it wasn't a clean sweep. At least if they're going to lose, they lose in a respectable way. Now, for Miami Heat against Atlanta Hawks, first of all, at the start of the first half, after the first half, it was all about Jimmy Butler. I think Jimmy has been that player for Miami Heat.
No doubt.
And the truth is,
this season.
Yeah, not just it's always been there. The truth is, regular season performance for Jimmy was not too extraordinary, but I think he reserved all of that energy for the playoffs. Leading the team, dropping big figures, and the Heat also doing well on defense. Atlanta Hawks, I knew the Hawks would find it really difficult against the Heat, because looking at how both teams performed during the regular season, you get to see how superb the Heat were, and I think it's good even for the coach Poelstra, who is a very strict coach when it comes to defense. The other game for Phoenix Suns, late on in that game, Chris Paul had foul issues. I didn't actually see the end of it. I think he was about to be charged for a flagrant 2 foul on one of the New Orleans Pelicans player who was going for a dunk and all of that. So, or layup rather. I think Phoenix Suns let it slip late on in the game, and they allowed New Orleans Pelicans to extend the lead, and it was all over. Right now, I'm so sorry. I talk about Phoenix Suns not having what it takes to get to the final.
Wow.
Now we are getting to see this. When I talk about these things, I remember the sport prophet would just fume. What is Kenny saying? Now we can get to see it now that the regular season performance is a different ball game compared to the playoffs, and that's what now reality check has done on them. New Orleans Pelicans that they not even do as well as they did in the regular season. Is now the series is now 2-2. So next game is going to be end-to-end stuff. I think the New Orleans will watch get that one.
Okay, all right. It's a big one for the New Orleans Pelicans if they can turn this around against the Phoenix Suns. But games to expect in the early hours of tomorrow. It will be the turn of Boston Celtics and Brooklyn Nets. Hopefully, Emil Joker's team will make it a clean sweep and to be 4-0. And Kenny's net will be out of the playoffs. But let's see how it pans out. Is the Nets up against the Celtics? In other games, Toronto Raptors will be up against Philadelphia 76ers. The 76ers lead this series at 3-1. And of course, the last game, which is tied at 2-all in this series, is a big one for Game 5 between Utah Jazz and of course the Dallas Mavericks. Still to sports on Impact Business Radio 92.5 FM. Let's run through games talking about match day 25 of the Nigerian Professional Football League, and of course let's inform you that 3 games went down yesterday. What a turnaround Aqua United are currently experiencing on that day. GINE they defeated Lobby Stars by a goal to nil. It was the same scoreline between Gombe United and Katsina United, a goal to nil. It ended in favor of the Savannah Scorpions, and of course Rangers International were up to Kenny's Aquara United by 3 goals to nil at the Cathedral. We've got games to watch out for this evening by 4 p.m. These games will be going down, and of course here in Ibadan it will be the turn of Shooting Stars who will welcome the People's Elephants Eyimba to Ibadan. Plateau United will welcome Remo Stars. That is a big game. Don't forget Plateau United are gunning for the title and pushing Rivers United all the way. Shooting Stars of Ibadan will welcome Eyimba by 4 p.m. This evening, and it will be the turn of Wicked Tourist and Atlanta, the Naze Millionaires and Rivers United, who are top of the table right now. Stanley Guma side will welcome Niger Tornadoes to the Garden City of Port Harcourt. Well, Samson will focus on 2 teams fighting for the title, talking about Plateau United and of course Rivers United. Plateau United will welcome Remo Stars to Jos, while Rivers United will welcome Niger Tornadoes to Port Harcourt. 2 teams, top 2 in the Nigerian Professional Football League, the NPFL. It seems like the Plateau United Remo Stars game, that's a tough game for Fidelis Electrical side, and if they don't get all 3 points and Rivers United win their game against Niger Tornadoes, it definitely is a big advantage for Stanley Guma side.
Yeah, of course, it's going to be a very tough one for Fidelis. Playing against the Stanley Guma side, it's going to be a tough one. Stanley isn't a minnow when it comes to the MPFL. He understands the game, he understands the terrain, he understands everything that has to do with the MPFL. So it's a lot of work for Fidelis going away from home to win that game. It's going to be a very tough one for him. But then he has actually proven a lot of people wrong many times, going away from home to pick maximum points. And I feel the least that Fidelis is going to take away from there is going to be a draw. 1 point is going to take away from there. I'm sure he's not going to lose. Well, Stanley too is very tactical. Both of them very experienced coach. They are going to trade with their own tactics, and then let's see which one comes out better around both of them. But then for the 3SC and Eyimba, both of them have met 7 times. They, of course, Eyimba have the edge. They've won 3 times, while the 3SC have won twice, and they had a draw. So it's really you want to look at it from that point. And 3SC hasn't really been in the best form. They've been topsy-turvy. You see their form has really been dwindling. You see them win today, they lose tomorrow, and it has not really been encouraging. But then the People's Elephant, very, very the serial winners when it comes to the MPFL. Although as of recent, they've not really been impressive with Finidi George being at the ends of affairs. But same with 3SC. So it's like two teams that are not really in form meeting each other. So only those that are more those that are, of course, the motivation is higher. That's when you're going to see it. And today they are going to play at home.
At home, that's right.
And I just want to implore the fans. I want to implore them. please do not vandalize anything, just in case anything happens. And at the end of the day, perhaps they get beaten, or you see they play them a whole draw. Eyimba isn't it's a small side, and same with 3SC, so it could end in both of them sharing the spoils. But then I feel 3SC should be able to grind out the result here.
Okay, I've just been told we'll sign out by 3:50 p.m. That means we have few minutes to leave the live studio, so let's open the phone lines right now for listeners to join the conversation. 09161047698, 09161047698, or 08110526487. Can also reach us via 0902280957. Send your WhatsApp and text messages to 07060932899, 07060932899. And of course, I've got this message from Sam. Says great moment all the Tyson Fury in the studio. Says I'm fascinated by the fourth slot of the EPL. Arsenal versus Tottenham. For Arsenal, I think they have to be decisive. For City, look away from any rival and win all your remaining 5 matches and consequently silence the opponent. Drogba lost yesterday. Okay, well, about Drogba not winning the FA president down there. He spoke about corrupt Salisu Yusuf, and of course about the appointment of Pesero and Maju Pinnick. Sam from Akmete, thank you for your message this afternoon. Well, result of games over the weekend. It started on Saturday. Last night defeated Man United by 3-1. Leicester goalless against Aston Villa. Man City walloped Watford 5-1. Newcastle United, defeated Norwich by 3-0. While Brentford played out a goalless draw against Tottenham Hotspur. Yesterday, Brighton and Hove Albion shared the spoils with Southampton 2-2. What a player James Ward-Prowse is turning out to be. Got a praise in that one. Fantastic praise, I must say. Burnley defeated Wolves by 1-0, and they are out of the relegation zone because Everton lost to Liverpool 0-2, and it was down to Captain America to save the Blues against West Ham United in the London derby. Well, Kenny, big win for Liverpool in the Merseyside derby, still pushing Man City all the way. United, it seems, bye-bye to top 4 race after losing to Arsenal by a goal to 3, and Everton in the relegation zone. That is the reality.
Yeah, so I saw that game yesterday, and I think that wasn't like top from the Reds. The first half, misplaced passes, not too many chances created. I think there was no shot on goal. I stand corrected in the first half. So I believe the coach Jurgen Klopp spoke with them after break, and I saw a different spirit. I saw the drive. Most of it after the substitute, Mane was substituted. Diaz came in, and also Origi also coming for Thiago. And I think that was the turning point where Everton were left clueless. The balls kept coming, passes kept coming.
He's already the best finisher in Liverpool. That's the submission of Jurgen Klopp. Of course, it has a way of trying to.
It's not a way of trying to. See, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Anytime Klopp is talking,
always trying to find the right word for Origi, so Origi can still stay at Liverpool.
Klopp speaks fast. Now, he speaks.
Calm down. Why hasn't he been starting games?
Now, let me explain.
The best finisher.
This is what. Let me explain. This is a
How
problem.
can you say he's speaking facts?
This is it. Now, I saw the consonants of Jurgen Klopp in that interview. Now, we shouldn't just judge the interview by just the text we see.
By the time
now we have to watch him. We have to see how it was. Now, Klopp himself was disappointed that this guy is not starting. So he said, in fact, some games he's not going to be on the bench. It was like poof that he's somehow, but he's just a legend. He's always see when you have a player like Origi your team, you call him. He scores next season.
Legend
now. Legend.
What type of legend is that?
2019 Champions League semi-finals against Barcelona. He was in that game. Liverpool won 4-0. In the final against Tottenham, he scored the second goal. Liverpool won 2-0. Now, this same Origi has scored late goal against Everton, and that ended Liverpool a vital 3 points.
When the man from Southampton, when he showed up,
I'm telling you that Origi, if Klopp calls him a legend, he is a legend. No dispute. If Klopp says he's not a legend, now this is Klopp's player. This is Liverpool player. Now Klopp sees more of Origi than you, Maestro. Sadly, you don't. Now, someone who sees Origi every time in training, know how he fares and all.
Can Everton, just turn things around, or you think Everton might just go down.
You know, I think I have to like bring my voice down this time because
Yeah,
it's
your brothers from
really
Leicester.
sad. Yeah, really sad for Everton Football Club. You know, personally, I'm not happy with the
Why
fact
did you
that they are not
pity them
doing well.
yesterday?
Yeah, I wanted them to win. Unfortunately,
Let's pick this
I-
one. Hello, good afternoon. Good
Hello,
afternoon.
Prophet.
Good afternoon, sir. Your name and your location.
Prince Churchill,
Prince.
Abata.
Prince. Quick one, Prince.
Today, I know that KB is not a fan of Liverpool, but a fan of Georgia Club. How can somebody be calling a bench warmer legend? If he's so legend, when last did he start Origi? And Origi have been doing wondrous things in Liverpool, yet he's a legend from the bench. That's stupid talk.
A legend from the bench. The submission of our caller down there. Quick one, just quickly wrap it up, Kenny.
Yeah, so I think I wanted Everton to win that game yesterday because that would have been so crucial.
Mind.
Yeah,
You wanted
and
Everton in your church
unfortunately,
mind.
I'm serious.
Everton
I
to
actually
win.
wanted
But in his
Everton to win.
mosque mind,
No. This is why I think it's not going to. Everton in the championship, it doesn't sync. It doesn't like work. There is no connection with Everton in the championship. So I think the best thing for them now is to win the remaining games, and that's for sure going to be difficult. Burnley not ready to lose games. Looking at the team ahead of Burnley, maybe catching them will be so difficult too. So
But Everton must state Everton still have a game in hand.
yeah, sure. They have a game in hand, but having a game in hand is the same thing as having played the whole game because you don't know the outcome. So I feel Everton need to step up. Please don't get relegated. The Manchester derby is always fun. Liverpool keeps winning, and please don't stop that fun.
Okay, all right. Let's just open Everton will stay and avoid the drop zone. But quick one, Samson in Italy, Napoli. Have just shown to us that they are not interested. They are not a serious club. How on earth you are winning 2-0, and in the space of 7-8 minutes you conceded 3 goals and ended on the losing side against Empoli. 3-2, it ended in favor of Empoli, and it seems that right now it's between the two Milan team, AC Milan, Inter Milan. AC Milan won their game, against Lazio away from home, tough game. Inter Milan also defeated Jose Mourinho's Roma. 2 tough games for the two Milan side, and they won. And Napoli bottled it against Empoli. As we speak, AC Milan 74 points, Inter Milan 72, Napoli 67.
yeah, well, they are the king of bottlers. We know them to be bottlers. They can bottle even 7-8 points. They can bottle it, and they've proven that over time that they are not a team to really bank on. They are just like the Arsenal of England to an extent. You can't bank on them. You can't give them that benefit of the doubt that it wouldn't disappoint you at the end of the day. Imagine seeing them running for the title, seeing them gunning for the title rather at the beginning of the season, even prior to this time. We're seeing them. Everyone was looking at them like, wow, it might be the time for Osimhen to win the Italian Serie A, but it's looking like done and dusted right now. Inter Milan in the mix, AC Milan also there. Don't forget, AC had won this league for a very long time, and of course Inter Milan, defending champion, they still got that some of the set of players that really won that game won the title with them. And now I'm just pitying Osimhen because he has really worked for that team to an extent, but then the defense, they have a very good defender. I don't know what's happening to them, the heart of the defense, where they've got Koulibaly. They've got quality play. I don't know, perhaps maybe they are sleeping, or they got just the goal comes away from the 18-yard box. Most goals they scored them these days are from outside the box, and their goalkeeper, I don't know, perhaps Ospina might be sleeping, or the other goalkeeper.
Ospina, he's not dressed up for that game. He's out injured.
Of course. So it's really something for me. I feel that they have not really done their job.
Okay.
Spalletti needs to do a lot of work.
Okay, let me take this message from Akindeji, our good friend. Says, good afternoon, Sport Prophet. Akindeji from Bashor says, exciting time in the EPL, Premier League trophy on, top 4 on, also the relegation battle on. I'm still waiting for Man City to sleep and crown Liverpool champions for the one that's the D this season. Which one that? Highest goal scorer, Liverpool. Highest goal scorer, Salah. Ayers clean sheet, Allison. Ayers assist in the season, Salah. All right, thank you, best regard. Thank you for joining us on the show. But let's go, guys. We need to go. But Bayern Munich, I don't know, the German Bundesliga.
It's done and dusted.
10th consecutive title.
They won the title.
And of course, quick news concerning Victor Osimhen, who was named the Player of the Month for Napoli for March, and not forgetting Calvin Bassey, who has been named the Young Player of the Year for Rangers. Good one for the two Nigerians. And of course, Kenny, we need to go. I hope Barcelona didn't cause another outbreak.
Yeah.
Lost to Cadiz.
Shameful. Shameful. Against Rafael Carnegie, they lost a terrible one.
Thank you for coming, Kenny Bambi.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you, Samson Omotocho, for dropping by. And of course, to Olushola Jao from the Facebook segment, not forgetting DJ Scotty. And of course, guys from Impact Business Radio, talking about the ISBC Impact School of Broadcasting and Communication. Please join us tomorrow for a fresh edition of the show. My name is Isaiah. Kiremi signing out.